If you're looking to freshen up your table for friends, family, or guests, you're in luck. I'm gonna show you how we do it in the Pacific Ocean. Specifically, this recipe is my style of a super famous dish everywhere in the Pacific nations. All of the Pacific nations actually have their own way and variant that they have this dish. It's very simple ingredients, so no matter where you are in the world, you can make this delicious meal. So kick back, relax, watch the whole video, and I'm gonna show you how to freshen up your table for Christmas. It's summertime in New Zealand, and I think we've only recently been getting good weather, like within the last day. Have a look at this guy. He's just chilling on his inflatable. Oh no, that's a canoe. People call this raw fish, and they call it raw fish salad. They also call it oka, ota, what's the other one? Kokoda. Like, there's so many different names within. It's just iconic. It's like probably the #1 island dish in all Pacific Ocean. If you guys are scared about eating raw fish or anything like that, oh, they got worms, da 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 da. Bro, most fish have worms. Most animals have worms. Just eat it. I'll give you a little bit more mana. Full disclaimer, I'm doing it how I like it, as well as giving the actual dish the justice it deserves. I like to think of it as like a raw fish salad, because, you know, at what I'm doing right now, I'm washing rice. I think this dish really gets elevated by the different colors that you want to experiment with. Don't be afraid of the purists. You can add whatever you want within reason. And I'm just making a slit to cut out all the seeds. So we're going chef mode, nice and fast. I like to cut it again down the middle and then just give it like a nice thin chop. Just something like this. If you don't know how to cut a pepper, which is fine, I actually top and tail it. And then take a slit and then run my knife through. 1, 2, 3, and watch your fingers. 4, 4. The whole core comes out like that, and then cutting this into thin slices. And I'll say, well, half that. So that's the end product. This is how big it is relative to our cucumber, and that's the most important thing. For me, at least in this recipe, relative. Got tomato, cutting it like that. Hopefully you don't need verbal instructions. Just do the same thing. And then slice 1, 2, 3, and then half that in the middle. That is all our tomato done. Last but not least, we have a red onion. Everything's been washed already. Don't add the core in, you need to take the core out. Into the bowl. What do you reckon? Do we need the other half of the red onion? A parts of me that's telling like, yeah. But this is what I'm working with today. I'm working with a kg of tarakihi. Chuck it down the middle. And then we're just cubing it up. So it's still a little bit thick. I'm gonna go again, half it, just like that. And then this is the size that we want. And I'm just cutting it into cubes. Something that's like big, but not like obtuse. Something like that. So when we chuck the lemon in, it will just slightly cook the outside, keeping the inside just moist and delicious. Here's a brief intermission. Just double check for me that you've subbed up and you've liked the video, because it helps me more than you would ever begin to believe. And just like it for the fact that I'm making raw fish. Honestly guys, you don't have to use a premium fish or a premium fish. If you have kahawai, use kahawai. I've used mullet before. That was beautiful. I've used snapper. That was luxe. That was extravagant. But if you're a fisherman or you're a fisherwoman and you catch it, you eat it. Make raw fish with it. I'm not sure if I said it, but once you have everything prepped, this meal can literally take 5 minutes. We've got everything we need for success. Just have a look at that. Our bowl is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Lemons are squeezed. Now going with salt and pepper, how much you like. And remember guys, we have a lot of protein here, so don't be afraid, especially with the salt. Don't be afraid. It will help slightly cook the fish as well. What makes this recipe even better is the addition of this. Like, I'm just not even gonna front. If you don't have this brand specifically, you can use whatever else that you have in your area. It like grows on you. It grows on you. And then all of a sudden you're just addicted. Like, you just get mad cravings out of nowhere. But like your knee starts paining and it's like, oh my God, is it the gout or what? When was the last time I made raw fish? I probably had raw fish in January. So like this is the first time in X amount of, how long is that? That's like 12 months, 11 months. The last time I had raw fish. Criminal, I know, but just seeing all the vibrant colors as well as smelling the coconut cream, like, oh my God, I'm ready. My stomach's in for a treat. I think it's the coconut cream. The coconut cream got me feeling some type of way, eh? You see what you need to add or take away. Like if it needs more fish, I'll add more fish. If it needs more cucumber, I add more cucumber. But I genuinely think we could go for the other half of the onion. So I'll be chopping that up, adding that in. I mean, feel free to add chili, feel free to add more lemon, more salt, more pepper, like whatever you want. This is the time where you make the taste for yourself. Unless you have guests. I mean, what am I saying? And then this is pretty much it. This is the raw fish done. Just have a look at that. Like, you can't tell me that this will not freshen up your Christmas dinner, Christmas lunch, whatever you have. It's so vibrant, so delicious. Shout out to everyone supporting the content. Appreciate all the comments, all the shares, all the subs. It's unfair. If you haven't had this before, it's just unfair that you haven't had this before. This is soul food, bro. This is soul food. I genuinely think that's one of my favorite things I've ever eaten. I'll show you how, I'll show you how I like to have it. Get a little bit of rice, pour our raw fish on top. And make sure you get the salad. If you want a little bit saucier, add a little bit more coconut cream. I'm trying to think if I want that myself. I don't think so. I think it's nicely coated how it is. The lemon content, everything is on point. Honestly, everything's on point. But anyway, this is how I have it. On some rice. If you have any furikake or anything like that, you know, you can add a little bit more lemon, a little bit more salt and pepper. And then, this is my bite. I need to get a fish though. Can't not have a fish. There you go, just like that. It's like sending electric signals in my brain. If I had to say anything to you about this dish, please have it with the rice. Please, please, please. If you've never had coconut rice, it's just like, a lot of my recipes are like delicious, but oh my God, when it comes to this, it's not even like, please, you need to try it, you need to try it. It's like, nah, like, bro, it's really this good. It's super healthy too. Like, what the hell? Come on. If that's not enough to get you to make this and freshen up your Christmas, I don't know what will be, but thank you for making it to the end of the video. Make sure you've liked the video, subbed up, and comment down below whatever you want to see next. Christmas is literally around the corner, so drop any Christmas recipes that you want to see. Just have a little gaze in my view. So all the excess cucumber tomato, I've just chucked that on top. I think if there's one thing that reminds me of like a New Zealand Christmas, I think it will have to be raw fish, bro, like just straight up. Not pavlova, not none of that, like just straight raw fish. So that's the end of the video. If you made it this far, just know you guys are my favorite. Make sure you've liked it up. Comment down below what you want to see next or how you have your raw fish. And please don't be mean and nasty in the comments. If other people, their method differs from you, just leave be. Everyone will have it their own way, okay? If anything, just talk shit about me having it with rice. But I will die on that hill that rice is the best way to have raw fish. So yeah, like, share, subscribe. Comment what you want to see next or your method, and I'll catch you again.